My name is Filzah Dayati binti Zanuzamri. My metric number is 1202165.
My name is Haifa Rauha binti Muapuad and my metric number is 1202151.
My name is Zahratul Hanar binti Sarmiza. My metric number 1202160.
Ibn Khaldun was also known as Abu Zaid Abdul Rahman Ibn Khaldun. He was born on 27 May 1332 in Tunis, Tunisia. He is not only a philosopher but also a writer, a historian, a judge, a diplomat and also a teacher. Ibn Khaldun was regarded as one of the fathers of modern sociology, historiography and economics. He hailed from an upper-class Andalusian family of Arab descent, the Banu Khaldun. His ancestry, according to him, originated from Hadramaut, Yemen. His family, which held many high offices in Andalusia, had immigrated to Tunisia after the fall of Seville. Under the Tunisian Hafsid dynasty, some of his family held political office. Being from a high-ranking family, he received a quality education. Some of the best teachers in the city were recruited to tutor him, and he learned grammar, jurisprudence, hadith, rhetoric, philology, and poetry. His classical Islamic education also included studying the Quran, which he memorized by his heart. He also received lessons in mathematics and philosophy from the famed Al-Abili of Tlemcen, who also taught him logic and introduced him to the works of Averroes, Avicenna, Razi and Tusi. His best-known book, the Muqaddimah or Prolegomena. He was died at 74 years old in 19 March 1406 in Cairo.
Next, carry on with the names of manuscript and published materials of Ibn Khaldun. One of the main manuscripts of Ibn Khaldun is Kitab al-Ilm, or known as Muqaddimah. The kitab is sought to explain about the basic factors in the historical development of the Islamic countries. Most of Ibn Khaldun manuscripts are based on his personal experience, and Muqaddimah is one of it. This manuscript was published in 1377, which contains 6 chapters that roughly mention about the human life. In the first chapter, it is explaining about human civilization or human social organization in general, such as the parts of the earth where civilization is found and some information about rivers and oceans. While in the second chapter, Ibn Khaldun explores the several sorts of nomadic societies, the characteristic of Bedouin society, and compares them to urban society. With that, Ibn Khaldun put forward one of the new social theories which he called Asabiyah. Next, Ibn Khaldun covers the state and sovereignty in the third chapter. According to him, the state exists because of racism and asabiyah, and it has different traits and forms depending on whom governs it. Moving on to the fourth chapter of Muqaddimah, Ibn Khaldun examines the nation and the city, including the town's origins, many traits and conditions. Finally, in the last 2 chapters, he talks about on the various aspects of making living such as profit and the crafts, while in chapter 6 of Muqaddimah, it explains about the various kinds of sciences.
One of the contributions of Ibn Khaldun is science economics. This theory is the well-known theories in the 18th and 19th centuries. They are the theory of value, growth theory, market equilibrium, and public finance. First, theory of value. According to Ibn Khaldun, the value of commodity is the value realized from the labor used to manufacture it. He said, a result called risk is coming from Allah, but labor is still needed in order to get profit and return on capital. That means labor is the main source for value. Second, growth theory. Ibn Khaldun's growth theory is based on population and labor force. The more the population, the greater the labor force, and thus the greater the earnings and expenditures. It can allow the industry to thrive and the city to grow. Third, market equilibrium. Ibn Khaldun introduced this theory or law in his Muqaddimah in 2 places. First, when he explained the cheap prices of food and corresponding items while prices of luxuries are high. Secondly, when he discussed commerce and the transportation of goods by merchants from one city, which is country, to another. Lastly, public finance. Ibn Khaldun divided this idea into sources and expenses. Sources categorized to good sources and bad sources. The good sources taxes which has been determined by Allah and Rasulullah such as zakat, al-kharaj and al-jizya, called poll tax. Regarding with expenses, Ibn Khaldun stated that government have a big role to determine the economic level of the country based on hadith Rasulullah.
One of the quotes from Ibn Khaldun said, "At the beginning of a dynasty, taxation yields a large revenue from small assessments. At the end of dynasty, taxation yields a small revenue from large assessment."